Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition with yours truly, Tamika Williamson. For those who don't know me, the College Prep Boss. I am coming to share some information with you in this edition of Killing the College Game. So, I know we're in the midst of holiday spending and all those things. Hopefully, you are making some purchases. You are taking advantage of our holiday promotions and specials because they do end tonight at midnight. But that's not what I came on here for. I came on here to really speak to the graduating seniors and parents of graduating seniors because there's this trend and a lot of statistics being reported saying seniors are not applying to college. Many of them are waiting. And we also have a disproportionate amount of first generation students not applying to college because of everything that's happening with COVID, them being stressed out, them not knowing what to do, when to do it, and so forth. So I'm looking at how to do something for those particular students. But right now, as a whole, I want to speak to graduating seniors and parents of graduating seniors. So what I need you to do, who's watching, I need you to tag a parent and or a graduating senior. If you can't get them now, share this with them as well. Because what I want to make sure we convey to graduating seniors, parents of graduating seniors, is the message I want to convey is this. We do not want to delay the process. So those of you who've been waiting for a test score to apply to college, or you just been waiting to apply because you really don't know what to do, I need you to bust a move and apply. Start applying today. Yes. So let's talk about that. I know there's a lot of confusion around the admissions process, because of what's happening with standardized tests. What many of you probably don't know, which is why your scholar hasn't applied, or why you as a scholar haven't applied yet, is that many schools are waiving the need for ACT and SAT test scores. Now, there are schools who still require the test, but there are schools who are test optional, as well as there are schools who are test blind. So let me define those two terms for you. Test optional is just what it says, meaning the test is not required for you to apply. It is optional. So that means if you have a test score, they will take that test score. If you don't, then it's not required. But what I want you to understand is, in some cases where schools are test optional, they have other requirements in place for you to fulfill in return for not having a test. So make sure you go through the school's website, their admissions details, to make sure you're clear about what it is you need to apply. Now, that's test optional. You also have what's called test blind. Test blind means the school, they are not taking into consideration your ACT and SAT scores. In many instances, a lot of these test blind schools don't even have an option for you to include your test score as well. So again, you don't have to wait. Now, if you are applying to a school where the test is still required, you still don't have to wait to apply. You want to go ahead and apply now and submit your test score when you get it. Because of the constant changes that's associated with COVID-19, some of these schools are changing their requirements as the days and the months go by. So you may have a school that started out as test optional and they decided to go test blind, and you may have a school who decided that tests would be required and later on changed their mind to test optional. You never know. So that's one thing I want you to understand. Go ahead and apply now. You don't wait for the test scores to come back in order to apply. If you were lucky to get a test, to secure a test date and actually be able to take the test, and you're waiting on a score, this message applies to you as well. Apply now. Apply today. Do not delay. Now, going back to ACT, SAT tests, I know many students are enrolled in the upcoming December test dates. And some of you have already gotten notification, and some of you will receive notification soon. With the rising numbers, unfortunately, they're predicting more test centers are going to close in the month of December, which is tomorrow. So, like, for example, I know the December 12th test, there are about 181 testing centers in California right now that's already been identified as closed centers for the upcoming tests. They're talking about 94 closed test centers in New York, 53 so far in Pennsylvania, and the list goes on and on. So there's a lot of uncertainty, unfortunately, and there's nothing we can do about it. But what we can do is manage the process based on the hand that is dealt to us. So that is why I wanted to come on here and have this conversation. I need you graduating seniors, parents of graduating seniors, to no longer delay the process. Start applying for colleges now. You may want to prioritize your list by applying to schools who are test blind, and then go from test blind to test optional and apply to the schools who require a test last. Because at the end of the day, if you never get a test and the school don't, and they don't come around and change their requirements, then it's going to impact your ability to get in anyway. So my suggestion to you is to prioritize your school list by targeting schools who are test blind first, then test optional, and then, of course, the schools who still require a test last. Now, there are other ways to make this process a lot easier too. So I want to just kind of touch on that. For those of you who are not familiar with the admissions process, there are applications and platforms out there that allows you to streamline your college application process. The two top platforms would be the Common App and the Black Common App. So the Black Common App is a common application site for you to apply to over 40 something HBCUs. Many of those schools have waived their application fees, and they have created a more simpler process for you to apply. So you get to tackle multiple schools with just one application. And in most cases, really, you don't have to come out of pocket with any fee because the application fees have been waived for the site. So that's the Black Common App. You can find them on Facebook. They have a social media presence, so look for the Black Common App. You also can Google it, so you can go directly to the website, because right now it is bookmarked on my page and I can't remember what the direct website is, and I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. So that's the Black Common App. The other platform I mentioned is the Common App, the Common application. It basically is a centralized place for you to apply to hundreds and thousands of schools. They have a lot of schools in their database, and they include HBCUs and non-HBCUs, as well as some international schools. So you would utilize that platform to apply to multiple schools. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos, I talked about fee waiver. You know, you can get a fee waiver to apply to those schools on the Common App, as well as the school can give you a fee waiver directly. So there are multiple ways you can go about applying to those schools. Some schools solely use the Common App, and other schools, you can use their website or use the Common App. So it really is going to vary school to school. But in terms of needing a waiver, hey, I always tell my scholars, all they can do is say no. So it don't hurt. It doesn't hurt for you to ask. Okay. So ask for the fee waiver. But understand this: admissions in its totality, the numbers are down across the board. So many schools are probably open to giving you a fee waiver because they're trying to hit their admission numbers. So the opportunity really is yours to really grab and take hold of. But you cannot sit on the bench and just wait for something to happen. You must make something happen by taking action today, starting to apply, no longer waiting for a test score or waiting for an opportunity to secure a test date that won't be canceled, and all those other things that continues to happen, that's been happening over the months past. We want you to take action and apply today. There are colleges waiting to serve you, and many of them have come around and made the process a lot easier for you as an applicant. So take advantage of it, and again, get busy today. If you join us on our Facebook community, we have resources shared on that page. We try to highlight colleges when they have events coming up, virtual events, or when they're doing something special around admissions or offering some type of opportunity. Many schools are offering all kind of virtual sessions, and during those virtual sessions, they are giving out codes to waive application fees. So you want to make sure you take advantage of it. Time is of the essence. We are now entering into December, so many of the early deadlines have passed, but you also have the general deadlines coming up around the first part of January. So you really don't want to delay, because delaying the process could further limit your opportunity in terms of funding, in terms of mainly in terms of funding, because admissions stats are down. I can see them extending their deadlines, and as well as accepting students after the deadline has passed. But you don't want to take that chance, because you really don't know that that's going to happen for you. So I strongly encourage you to start applying. Hey, follow the schools you're interested in, follow them on their social media platforms, so that way you stay in the know of these different opportunities, because they'll tell you, don't delay, go ahead and start applying. And hey, we're not even taking tests into consideration, so there's no need for you to delay. But you don't find that information out unless you're following the schools, unless you're on our page, the College for Free page on Facebook, and following that information. So check us out. You also always can go to our website, to learn more about the College for Free platform, our products, our services. We just released a new book, Getting a Full Ride. So if you haven't taken advantage of that promotional rate, that rate does end tonight. You want to go to the website and take advantage of that. You also want to take advantage of our test prep platform. We discounted it $100, so it's only $99 where you get a virtual test prep platform for ACT and SAT. You get both platforms for $99. You're not going to get that anywhere else. So take advantage of those opportunities before they expire. But I hope this message came across clear and it prompts you to take action. Because again, delaying the process can cost you opportunities. So that is why I implore you to no longer delay your applications. Go ahead and submit them now. Submit them now. Submit them now. Okay. Join those communities on social media platforms like the Black Common App. That community, man, they popping over there. Or as the kids will say, they lit over there because colleges, the recruiters are actively engaging with the participants. You see students and parents highlighting and saying they applied last week and got accepted 3 days later, and they're highlighting all their acceptances. So there are resources out there and there are schools looking for you. You just have to put yourself in position to be found. You have to become an admissions magnet, become a money magnet, so schools can extend an opportunity for you. All right. So again, share this with a parent and or graduating senior to help them get off the bench and get in the game and take action today so they can bring their college dreams into fruition. This is your College Prep Boss reminding you the time to be ready is not the time to get ready. You must position yourself to always stay ready so that you can take advantage of the opportunity presented to you, because that opportunity is only good in the lifetime in which it is presented. So if you're not prepared to grab it, you are going to miss out on it and it's going to pass you by and go to somebody else. Until our next edition, seniors, get busy. Go and submit those applications. This is yours truly, the College Prep Boss, signing out. See you next time. Stay safe, everyone. Wash your hands, wear your mask, wear your face shield, whatever you got to do. Social distance, stay safe.